All right, let's see that game. Ah.
You can actually play as Fox throughout the entire game, the entire campaign. And not only that, exclusively on Nintendo Switch, of course, we also have a whole set of StarFox missions. And it follows the story of how Fox came to Atlas and how he's teamed up with the StarLink initiative. And there may be some other familiar, friendly faces along the way.
It's so exciting, yeah. It's so cool to think of Fox and his crew out, in space, and then connecting with the star system, and then inserting into the storyline.
Absolutely. And for us, StarFox was just such a wonderful, natural fit. It's been, a dream of ours to be able to invite, Fox and his crew into Atlas, and so it's just amazing how closely and how naturally the two properties fit together.
Yeah, it seems like a perfect pairing, and the R-Wing does not look out of place here. It looks awesome.
Yeah, totally.
And I noticed, Laurent, that you didn't actually attach any weapons to it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
you still have lasers, though.
Absolutely, because when you don't attach weapon, and this is the only ship who does that, when you don't attach weapon to the R-Wing, you can actually use the laser cannon from the R-Wing. I can charge my shot like I'm doing here to do devastating damage on the Prime, and this is awesome because you can use the wings as weapons exclusively with those particular wings.
But of course, you could also attach any of the other weapons to the R-Wing, which is like something we've never seen. Is the R-Wing with like a Gatling gun or a flamethrower or something?
Absolutely. You can see there I just connected my levitator on my left wing, so I can still use the laser of my right wing, but I can use my levitator from my left side.
And of course, keep in mind, you can go up, fly at any time. You could exit the atmosphere at any time. It looks like Laurent's going to finish off this Prime.
We got it.
Nice. I like how Fox swooped in.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
Today.
And so when you destroy the Prime like this, you'll be able to retrieve its main core and also some mods for your starship and weapons, because you can equip different mods to make your gear even better. Each pilot also have a different ability, but they also have a different skill tree that you can customize as you play the game.
In fact, I think you just got a powerful mod now. Why don't you go and augment the R-Wing?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's do that. Let me go in my mod screen here, and this one is giving me 20 plus 20 speed. I can just change it, and let's say, for example, plus 35 handling and more speed. So let's take this one.
And there's a ton of depth to the RPG progression in StarLink. So each of your ships, has different cores, different armors, boosters. Your weapons, you can swap out the ammo. Your pilots are fully upgradable. And it actually goes way deeper than that.
Yeah, and you mentioned other ships. I mean, switching ships is cool, but switching ships is also important. Like if you lose a mission, you could bring in a new ship, and you kind of need those to progress.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really, really important for us that the entire game is something you can finish just with the starter pack. You get a ton of content in the starter pack on Nintendo Switch. The starter pack actually comes with the legendary R-Wing. It comes with Fox McCloud. It comes with Mason Rana, who is a pilot that Laurent was using earlier. It's kind of the newest member of the StarLink initiative. It comes with digital versions of some equipment. So it also comes with some weapons and things like that. But it also comes with additional digital content. For instance, Mason's ship, Zenith, and the wings for that.
So really, it comes with everything. It's going to come with everything you need to sort of have this adventure. But of course, you could get more things, more weapons, more mods.
Yeah, totally. So, for sure you can complete the entire game just with a starter pack. There's none of that kind of hard gating of like, oh, there's a blue door, you need the blue spaceship to go through it. But for us, it's kind of this simplistic deck building element where, we want the more ships that you have and the more parts that you have, the more creative options you have to really customize and build your play style and really make, your dream starship and your play style fine-tuned to your liking.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to show on camera, but the feel of clicking these weapons and wings together is something that I've gotten to experience preparing for this segment, and it just has that. It kind of takes me back to being a kid, and I'm like flying around with the ship and attaching different wings. I was putting the R-wings on backwards, which looks kind of cool because everything can go either direction. So you can have a flamethrower pointing backwards or something.
Absolutely, yeah, and you can even like the R-wing embeds the StarLink technology, so you can remove its wing, flip them if you want. You can, like you were saying, yeah, you can connect like the flamethrower here, and if I fire it now, I connected it backwards, so it will fire backwards. So if some enemies are attacking me from the back, I can use that strategy, or you can put it front like this.
And keep in mind, as Laurent showed earlier, you can actually stack parts on parts. So Laurent could add additional wings or swap out the wings. The R-wing, make kind of an extra wide.
Yeah, could you show that really quick? I'm not sure if I'm on the way to attack something, but it's cool when you stack a couple extra things on. And
yeah, absolutely. So for example, I can stack those wings here, and they will provide me with more defense. You can see actually that when I'm putting another wing on the ship kind of tilts a bit to take the weight of the piece, and but then correct itself. And
this is a pretty wicked looking R-wing, actually.
Yeah, I like that.
So those wings that Laurent just added are armor wings, so those are going to add more defense.
Look at that! Now it's like a tank.
That's awesome. The trade-off is that
do barrel.
Absolutely, you can do barrel with the R-wing, yeah.
So the trade-off of adding more parts is that's increasing the weight of your ship in the world, and that's going to change a little bit the way that it handles in the game. Oh yeah, and we've paid extra close attention to the details. So the barrel roll works just like it does in StarFox. That'll deflect projectiles as they're coming in. We're staying really, really true to the look and feel and effect.
Yeah, I think the StarFox integration is something, the voices, if the StarFox voices sound familiar, it's because it is the same cast as the StarFox Zero. So you guys really went the extra mile to work with us and to get those characters sounding as authentic as possible.
Absolutely.
And even your own characters. It seems like you guys put a lot of work into building out a cast of characters. They're all the fully voiced game.
Oh yeah.
And it feels like a world this feels like a fully realized world to me that's just kind of waiting for you to join the game.
Yeah, this is really a huge open world experience. We're so happy to bring it to the Nintendo Switch in this way, and I can't wait. We're only just scratching the surface here of an enormous game. So with full cinematics, a full campaign, all sorts of content, and this incredible dynamic living world that I can't wait for people to get their hands on.
You can always, each planet also that we've created or have their own history. We build their history and the mythology, like about what happened on those worlds and the previous civilizations who tried to establish themselves on those worlds. They have their own flora and fauna. So here we can see, we scan these creatures. You can scan any of the creatures and retrieve flora samples out as well. And the characters will tell you more about those creatures.
I love just this visual of Fox, in this foreign star system, like investigating this crazy creature. Up close.
Yeah, totally. We've got a lot of fun dialogue about that. So
we love it too. It's just the first time Fox appeared in the game, we were like kids. Like, I mean, generally we are a bit like